Yeah! Hello and welcome to this Warno 1v1 game. Today we've got NATO Rscl, I'm just going to call him Rscl, I guess, Soviet hashtag Finn. And we've got Soviet monosodium glutamate and AK-74M playing as 11th Cav up against 5E. So Battle of the Horses here, horsey battle, My Little Pony battle. Black Forest, not a great matchup for the 11th Cav player on Black Forest. Basically, the bigger the map is, the more places 5E can send AMX 10s. And a division like 11th Cav is not really that good at going wide. And so, yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Looking at the deployments, looks like monosodium glutamate is going to try and rush Charlie there with an LRS, 2 BGS Stricer and a Pivads. So no AT at all. And then he's got 2 scouts, one for over here, which is interesting, and one for Foxtrot. LRS for Foxtrot as well, which makes you think, well, what's the point in this scout here? This guy's doing the same job. Might as well put him either here or over here somewhere. And then 2 Recon Bradleys, 2 Recon tanks, and 2 Pivads, but like no Eyehawks. You need Eyehawk. If you're going to do this, you need 2 Eyehawks, really. This is not going to go well. Like, the Pivads are just not great against planes. And especially if you're going to blob like this, it's not... and then, yeah, Iltis Führung for Echo. And that's about it, because these are really expensive. Maybe he's got a plane out. I don't know. I would hope he has a plane to cover this. But these are really expensive, so maybe he doesn't. Switching to his opponent's deployment, 5 easy. Wow. So I was going to talk about how you could put these AMX 10s like all over the place and sneak them all over the place, get a few over here, get a few over here, but he's actually just fast moving them down here, which incidentally is exactly where the enemy's going. So they're just going to meet each other. Pretty interesting deployment, yeah. And then, yeah, so a couple guys for Bravo, a bit more on Charlie, so Dragon Paras, Milan 2, and the RC. So the race car is really going to mess up this, because none of that can really fight back. So we'll cover the game. Right, so they're off, and it's time for me to thank the generous channel joiners, generously joinerating the channel. They get the names on the screen, they get the videos early. This is about to become my sole form of employment. While I still write up my thesis, they're going to stop paying me because that took too long. So I've really only got myself to blame. But you guys have been very generous, so I do appreciate it. You're keeping me from having to move back in with my parents, at which point this channel would die, because I'm not explaining this to them. I mean, they just wouldn't get it. So yeah, if you don't want to pay money, please just like the videos and comment on the videos, and you know, leave them running in the background while you go do something else, and then I get more watch time. You know, I mean, it's free. Come on, bro. So yeah, I mean, in Black Forest, it just takes ages for them to meet. So I'm forced to confront the reality of my life, which is that I studied too hard. You know, when they tell you if you don't study hard enough, you'll have a difficult life. Well, I studied too hard, and now I'm doing a PhD, and I absolutely hate it. But it is my fault. So double hog purchase here. I mean, you can buy 2 in a minute, right? 130. They used to be called Cobras, but they changed it to hog. Sure. But the Toe Cobra is still called the Toe Cobra. But yeah, the Dragon Paras are there first, because this is basically supposed to be blue zone, and the race car should kill all this. Although, I mean, because of the way he's microing it, if he just been a bit faster getting there, he would be able to kill these, but it looks like by the time he gets there, they're going to unload. You'd expect the 3 to beat the 1, especially if the BGS just unload on top of him with a bunch of MP5s. Oh, it's happening, it's happening. So fast moving all the race cars into the ACAVs. ACAVs losing somehow, I guess because of that side shot. Bradley's not really contributing. Will this hit? Okay, it gets smoked. ACAVs really should be melting this at this range. But the Sublindes, you know, I mean, what is this fight? What a joke. I mean, Oh no! I mean, yeah, I think this Rscl guy, he's done a good job of so because he had one round the side, he was getting side shots, which was helping him a lot, but that really shouldn't have gone that way. Like you don't really want to be blobbing AMX tens, nor should M1A1s be losing to AMX tens. But there we go. Over here, there's not many men left. Those dragon guys really did a number on him. I guess this was probably helping, right? Anyway, a little bit of friendly fire there, and now we can't see anything. um, so yeah, he's trying to get that race car. It smokes. But yeah, this also kind of would get those. So there you go. That ends that. And I was going to say, presumably some planes will be coming here. Although he's not. He doesn't seem to have vision. Doesn't seem to be updating his right clicks there. So yeah, I don't know about this at all for red. I mean, that M1A1 thing is losing to a bunch of race cars. I just... And he doesn't actually have anything else on the map because of how expensive those M1A1s are. Oh, LRS get 18 now. I apologise, I forgot about that. And yeah, okay, so now he's like... I don't know, I mean, he needs to land these, really. Otherwise, he's just going to lose them. There's no AA here. He's just buying loads of helicopters. But he's not got any AA. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely on MSG. Somehow these are surviving. He's not landing them, though. He's just sort of dealing with it. Really wants to hurt that Grenadier Vortigeur's Appalachian, so he's going to lose his very expensive 130-point helicopters for that. For that one damage there on that Appalachian. And so he buys 2 more helicopters. Still hasn't bothered to buy a plane. Yeah, typically, the race cars, like one of them should be sent back here, and one of them should be sent. Obviously, you had one here, but then you can like send it through here and get it to like there, and then shoot guys as they come past and stuff. And if you get it to here, then you could try and jump over to here and get it in here, but then it tends to be that enemy helicopters can kill you quite easily once you're back here. You can't really cover them with your planes. So, MSG man has almost got into Foxtrot. I mean, he had a pretty commanding position there, but he ran him away. I suppose he lost one to the LRS, right? As you can see, Pivads are just really not very good now. They had their radars taken away from them, and then their ranges went down a lot. Like the anti-aircraft range is less than the anti-helo range, and they're really only good against helicopters, but I would just bring iHawk Stingers on 11th. As you can see, they really don't do a whole lot. So yeah, P4PC coming in there. Backed up by the Sublindes. I mean, Blue, basically, he's got to take a long time to build up, and he's lost a lot of units here, and he's just refusing to buy AA, except Pivads, which don't work. And so, yeah, it's not looking up, for red. Sorry, did I say blue? My bad. I'm going insane watching this game. And yeah, there's just nothing here at all. He's trying to build up, but it takes a long time, right? These aren't cheap. And he keeps taking losses. Got a lot of helicopters.
Like SKRW subscribe to the channel.
Thank you for subscribing to the channel. It is free, and it does help me out. Great way to support, right? You got to hit that bell button if you actually want the subscribe button to work. Otherwise, the subscribe button doesn't actually do anything. He's turned off his rockets for some reason. I mean, it wasn't really in range to use that. Anyway, this will keep going because he's on attack move. Sorry, because he's not on attack move. Okay, whatever. I'm really not sure why he switched off the rockets there. This deals 6 HE. Oh, it deals 5. Well, how did that die, then? I don't know. Anyway, looking pretty good for Blue. I mean, he's just going to walk into Alpha for free because there's nobody there. Looking pretty good for Blue. Grenadier Vortigeur's coming in there. Basically, you want a unit here, really, so you can shoot people coming down this road. Once you take Charlie, which you should get as Blue, you should immediately send units down here to try and snipe transports as they come past. It's a very popular reinforcement route, you see. But yeah, it looks like he's going to get alpha, and then red surrenders. So yeah, it all just came down to that opening with the AMX 10 RCs. So yeah, we got Hacker Man here. Yeah, and we've got monosodium glutamate here, who somehow has played 120 games as NATO, 0 was packed. And I think monosodium glutamate needs to stop eating MSG noodles and give his brain some time to recover. GG.